Hello my dear pupils. Šestaši moji, puno vas sve pozdravljam. Danas nastavljamo sa lekcijom 7 Ladies and a Dog. These 7 ladies and a dog you've seen in the last presentation. So let's revise what are their names. Who is the lady in the first picture? She's a scientist and her name is Marie Curie. This lady was a queen of England and her name was Queen Elizabeth I. This was also the Queen of England, but she lived in the 19th century and she is Queen Victoria. This lady was a very brave American who flew the first airplane as a woman. Her name is Amelia Earhart. This lady from the 19th century wanted to help the poor and the sick, and she also helped patients and the wounded people in the war. She was Florence Nightingale. This lady from the 20th century also helped the sick and the poor. Her name is Mother Teresa. And this dog is very famous because it was the first living creature in the space. It is also a lady, so it is a she, female dog, Lekaj. Great. Today we are going to read about these 7 ladies and the dog, and for you to understand the whole thing, you have to understand the new words. So you will open your book on page 94 and look at task H. There are some vocabulary there. Let's try to find what it is. Find the word in the task H, which means a member of a female religious group that lives in a convent. Znači, ženska osoba koja pripada religijskoj skupini i živi in the convent u samostanu. It is a nun, redovnica. A person who is in an army and wears its uniform, especially someone who fights when there's a war, is, of course, a soldier. A person who flies an aircraft or an airplane is a pilot. A journey in an aircraft or an airplane, ako putujete njime, to je flight, let. Pure chemical substances made up of only one atom are a chemical element, kemijski element. An unusual, exciting and possibly dangerous activity is an adventure, pustolovina. And something that cannot be seen or found is it disappears, nestati. You will copy these words in your notebooks, only the purple ones. Samo ćete njih prepisati u svoju bilježnicu, naslov ćete staviti 7 ladies and a dog. Now that we know all the words from the word spot, all of these, we can read the texts about these 7 ladies. You will open your book on page 94 and 95. Follow the text in your book and listen. Slušajte i čitajte zajedno sa zapisom. Ready? Go.
Track 43. Marie Curie was born in Poland, but she lived and worked in France. At school, she loved science, especially physics and chemistry. What did she do? With her husband Pierre, she discovered 2 chemical elements, polonium and radium. They got the Nobel Prize for this discovery, and Marie was the first woman who ever got that prize. Later, she got one more, so she was also the first person who got 2 Nobel Prizes. How did she die? She died of leukemia, probably as a result of dangerous radioactive experiments. Amelia Earhart was an American. She didn't go to college, but decided to become a nurse and go and help soldiers in World War I. But a 1-minute flight in a plane changed her life. She loved it so much that she became a pilot. She bought a plane and was the first lady to across the Atlantic. At that time, it was a very dangerous adventure. She decided to fly round the world with another pilot. At the beginning, everything was fine. Then, her plane disappeared. The control tower got a strange message. They looked for the plane and the two pilots, but they never found them. Queen Elizabeth I and Queen Victoria were English queens. They were both very young when they became queen. When did they live? Elizabeth in the 16th and 17th centuries, and Victoria in the 19th. Elizabeth didn't have a husband or children. She said, "My country is my husband." Victoria was married and had many children. When her husband died, she was so sad that she decided to wear black for the rest of her life. They were both very strong and clever. They liked peace and helped science and culture. Their people liked them. Florence Nightingale and Mother Teresa both worked a lot and helped the sick and poor. But they didn't live in the same country or at the same time. Florence was born in Italy, but she lived in the UK. She could speak English, Italian, French, German, Latin, and Greek. As a nurse in the war, she helped soldiers, taking care of the sick even at night. So they gave her a nickname, the Lady with the Lamp. She met Queen Victoria, who helped her to open a school for nurses. Mother Teresa was born in Macedonia, but she lived in many countries, and longest in India. She was a nun. She saw lots of poor and sick people in the streets of India, and decided to open a special home where she helped them. She got the Nobel Peace Prize.
Now that we know everything about them, let's look at task J. Choose the correct answer. We will do this together. Zajedno ćemo ovo napraviti. Znači uzmite olovku and let's do this together. Did Marie Curie get 2 Nobel Prizes? We can find it in the text. Did she get? It says here, so she was also the first person who got 2 Nobel Prizes. So the answer is yes, she did. Did Amelia Earhart fly over the Pacific? Let's find it out. She bought a plane and was the first lady to cross the Atlantic. So she didn't cross the Pacific Ocean. She crossed the Atlantic Ocean. The answer, no, she didn't. Did Queen Elizabeth I have children? Let's find it here. Elizabeth didn't have a husband or children. So the answer is no, she didn't. Did Queen Victoria have children? Let's see. Victoria was married and had many children. So the answer is yes, she did. Did Florence Nightingale visit her patients at night? Let's find it. She took care of the sick even at night, so they gave her a nickname, the Lady with the Lamp. So she did help her patients at night. Did Mother Teresa get the Nobel Peace Prize? Yes, it says here in the last sentence, she got the Nobel Peace Prize. So yes, she did. Now have a look at tasks K and L. In task K, you have to make all of these 4 sentences negative. Sve rečenice su netočne, tako da ih moramo staviti u negaciju, u nječne rečenice. A u zadatku L, sve rečenice su također netočne, ali već imaju negacije, moramo ih napraviti potvrdnima. Let's do this together. Ove rečenice ćete iz K i L zadatka napisati u svoje bilježnice. Idemo zajedno. Prva rečenica u zadatku. Marie Curie worked in Poland. This is not true, so Marie Curie didn't live in Poland. Next one. Amelia Earhart got a Nobel Prize. No, she didn't. Amelia Earhart didn't get a Nobel Prize. 3. Florence Nightingale went to school in Italy. No, she didn't go there. She went in England. Florence Nightingale didn't go to school in Italy. Mother Teresa had children. No, she didn't have any children. Mother Teresa didn't have children. Now, in task L, you have to make affirmative sentences, potvrdne rečenice. Idemo ih prebaciti iz nječnih u potvrdne. Prva kaže, Marie Curie didn't do experiments. That's false. Marie Curie did experiments. Number 2. The people of England didn't like Queen Elizabeth I. That's not true. The people of England liked Queen Elizabeth I. 3. Florence Nightingale didn't meet Queen Victoria. That's also false. Florence Nightingale met Queen Victoria. And 4. Mother Teresa didn't go to India. That's false. Mother Teresa went to India. Copy these sentences in your notebooks. Također, ispod onih novih riječi, prepišite ove rečenice u bilježnicu. Now, let's go back to the book. Nakon što smo napravili K i L zadatke, pogledat ćete M zadatak. Na ova pitanja ćete odgovoriti u svoju bilježnicu također. What did Marie Curie discover? Što je otkrila? What did Amelia buy? Što je kupila? Why did the soldiers call Florence Nightingale the lady with the lamp? Zašto su je dali ovaj nadimak dama sa lampom? How did Mother Teresa help the sick and the poor? Kako je ona pomagala bolesnima i siromašnima? When did Queen Elizabeth I live? Kada je živjela, u kojim stoljećima? And 6. Who got a Nobel Prize? Tko od njih je dobio Nobelovu nagradu? Sve odgovore prepišite u bilježnicu. Morate ovdje jako paziti. Imate zelenim označene did i u svakom pitanju did i zatim glagol. Kada pišete odgovor, ne treba vam više ovaj did, nego njega normalno smo koristili samo da bi napravili pitanje. Ali glagol discover, buy, call, help, live morate ih staviti u prošlost. Pazite koji glagol dobiva nastavak ed, a koji glagol znamo napamet kako treba izgledati. I sljedeći zadatak N je također zadaća, njega možete riješiti u svoj udžbenik. Dopunite tekst o psu Lajki. Glagole zelene u zagradi stavite u prošlost. I to je to. I hope you will do this on your own successfully. Nadam se da ćete biti uspješni u ovome kao i svemu do sada. Puno vas pozdravljam and goodbye.